Hey, it's Joe here. I just wanted to, real quick, before we start today's show, on behalf of Mike and I, just acknowledge that we did record on September 11th, the 21st anniversary of the terror attacks that occurred in New York, Pennsylvania, and D.C. And we just wanted to take a moment before the show to remember the victims and the heroes of that day. So with that, I hope you guys enjoy the show. Hey guys, welcome back to the Highly Original Podcast. We're here on episode 5. I'm Joe Martino.
Michael Ianieri.
And welcome back if you're a returning listener or if you are just listening for the first time. So I guess to really start us off, really good news about the podcast, Mike.
What's that, man?
We're streaming on Apple Podcasts now.
We're streaming on Apple Podcasts.
So
right.
it's official, guys. After weeks of us stumbling and trying to figure out how to publish on Apple Podcasts, we did it.
We did it, man.
And I think
we
our first 4 episodes are probably all of them by the time this is published.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
All of them are going to be up on that app.
Yeah, man.
You can just listen from the app.
I'm happy about this, man. I'm really happy. We got YouTube.
We will be remaining on YouTube, by the way.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
but,
we're going to be making an Instagram also. Yeah, we're going to be making that.
Yeah, we'll be making an Instagram, which will hopefully, if not tonight, within the next few weeks.
Within the time this is released, we may
kind of do some behind the scenes kind
of
stuff.
If you guys got tired of hearing us talking about pasta, now we can show you.
Now you can watch us eat pasta.
Now you can just watch us gluttonous, be gluttons on camera.
Just like,
is there a plural for gluttons?
As I refuse. No, I think it's gluttons.
Gluttons.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like how you added the tons. Sounded more.
Yeah, it's like
heavier.
Yeah.
Gluttons.
Etymological.
There you go.
Is that a word? I don't know.
I think that's the word.
Did I use it right?
I think that's the word. Yeah, but Apple Podcasts, Joe, you're asking the wrong person if you used the word right, buddy.
All right. Well, yeah, Apple Podcasts. All right. So we're really excited about that. Mike and I have also been discussing format. So we are, we're gonna hopefully regularly, as you guys have noticed, we'll have a new episode each week.
Yeah.
That's our goal, and we are organizing a schedule on that. So
sure.
Things are pretty good at the
things are looking
highly original podcast.
Highly original. Things are highly originally good.
Yes, indeed.
See?
Indeed.
See? And you know what's cool? We are the only highly original podcast on Apple Podcasts.
That is true.
And YouTube.
That is true.
And anywhere else, because we're highly original. And no one's ever this original. Only we're this original.
Exactly. So, Mike, so what's up with you, man?
Nothing much, man. I've just been in the cave, in the studio, animating rigorously, 15, 16 hours a day.
And doing some wood carvings or
doing
burnings?
Some laser engraving. I mean, you already seen we got some coasters.
Actually, that could be our first Instagram post.
There you go. Yeah,
maybe,
man. We got
a sign we made.
Yeah, we got a sign. We got we got some CNC machinery going on here in the studio, and I was thinking about actually putting in like a sound studio in what we have going on here, like a whole, because what we have is cool right now. It's like a little basic radio podcast setup.
Yeah.
But I want a table. I want the sign behind us. I want coasters that say Highly Original Podcast. I want mugs that say Highly Original Podcast.
Yeah, Mike's really into the coast. I don't really get the coasters fully, but Mike's really. He made several, and he's really into the coasters.
Yeah, I just been, like I said, a lot of animation, man. And when like I'm rendering something or when I'm rendering something for the podcast, I get bored and I don't have much time in between that, so I'll start
make some coasters,
laser engraving stuff. Yeah, metal.
No,
wood.
but the sign, they look good, and the sign looks good. But yeah. So anything? How was your Labor Day?
My Labor Day was good, man. It was a lot of fun.
Before we dive into stuff.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun, man. Had a party at my aunt's house. A lot of good food, a lot of good times. You know, I was able to show a little clip of that my show I'm working on right now, and then everybody loved it. They thought it was amazing, and it was it was great. I loved it.
Okay.
And it was a lot of fun, man. Yeah, just hanging out with the family, man. What about you?
Good. I actually was able to get to my Aunt Marie and Uncle Dave's Labor Day party.
You did it?
Yes, and then I enjoyed the weekend with my friends in Wildwood, New Jersey.
Okay.
So,
okay, that's awesome, man.
It was a good weekend.
Did you like stuff your face the whole time, man? Like that's what I did.
Nah, I didn't stuff my face the whole time. Now we did go out for a nice seafood dinner.
Okay.
I've been trying to do more seafood lately. I like the seafood.
Healthy choices.
Yeah, I've been cooking salmon.
Ooh, salmon! I love salmon. Yeah.
Yeah, but I had a nice seafood dinner there.
All right, man.
But yeah, so our nostalgic topic for today is going to be the film The Dark Knight.
Yes.
Which
yes,
I think a lot of you will know. The 2008 film directed by Christopher Nolan, which I contend is the greatest superhero film ever made. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh.
And
Big words
maybe
there.
one of the best films of all time.
Okay.
You know, I don't know where on the list I would put it, but I do think
One of them.
that film was phenomenal.
I agree, but man, I could hear that one more time. The best superhero film of all time, possibly. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I'll go into it later, but
Yeah. No. I am.
I feel like I'm picking up that we're gonna have a good
We're gonna
we're gonna have a good little
We're
breakdown
gonna have a
there.
good little breakdown.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
But current event that I wanted to talk about last week, Queen Elizabeth II passed away at 96,
Yeah, man.
and I think the longest reigning monarch in all of history. I believe.
Yeah, it's
So-
just it's nutty to think. Like I was watching the news the other day, and it said I forget his name, but King Harry, is that his name?
Charles.
King Charles.
Yeah.
There I go.
Prince Charles is now King Charles.
King
III.
Charles. Yeah. Well, I saw that headline, King Charles, and I was like, man, it's so weird. Like, as far as I was concerned, there's only a queen. Now this generation coming up next, they're not going to have Queen Elizabeth. They're going to have King Charles.
Yeah, I mean
That's
it's
crazy,
like,
man.
yeah, like
she was such
really,
like a icon. Like,
yeah, and like
such an
something I
icon.
remember, you know, is like just like kind of like her being like there for like ever almost became like an internet meme. Would be like her being like this like immortal. Like, like
with like when the
demigod,
asteroid, yeah,
like, you know,
when
like
the asteroid took out the dinosaurs,
Yeah.
like she's just there.
yeah, like you know, obviously, you know, we don't intend any disrespect to her, you know,
for sure, no, man.
But
it is wild though to think.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, it is
she's gone. Because I would, dude, like when Betty White too, when she passed away, I just could not come to terms with like, wow, like she's not here no more. Like I never thought this person could die because they almost immortalized themselves.
yeah, and it's almost like a reminder that like, wow, everything does come to an end. Like,
sure,
you know,
man. Well, like with Stan Lee too, that was one of those moments where I was like, man, like Stan Lee's dead. Like I've never
like these
thought this
people
would
have been
happen.
like institutions essentially
you
in
just
the world.
think, exactly. So they had. We just want to quickly, you know, that caught me off guard, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to be a crepe hanger or nothing, but that caught me off guard, man.
Yeah.
So that's definitely sad.
Do you watch The Crown?
I do not.
That is a good series. That's about her life and
really?
her reign.
It's taken seriously, or is it like a comedy? Like
No, it's taken seriously.
Okay,
It's taken
okay.
seriously. Something that isn't taken seriously about the royal family is a show called The Windsors,
The
which
Windsors.
is available on Netflix.
Okay.
That one's funny, but The Crown also on Netflix. That is a that's like just like a historical drama.
Okay, I have to check it out.
Yeah, I'm recommending it.
Sounds-
It's pretty interesting.
You know, that sounds interesting, man. Because I will say, man, I will say this: Queen Elizabeth was tough, man. She was a badass, man. She was like, she was that girl, man. Queen Elizabeth, I don't know. You see the way she would like, how like her military, she'd sit there and critique them. I loved that.
Yeah.
This like, yeah, this.
You liked when she reviewed the troops?
Yeah, is that what you'd say?
I think that's what they call it.
Yeah, she was just like, I'm like, man, like look at her, man. Go ahead, Queen Elizabeth. Like, I don't know, it's so cool, man. So yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be like a broken record, but it's crazy. She's gone.
No, yeah. Oh, my phone just fell, guys. Oh no. All right. Well,
Is that
It's fine. It's fine. But
It's fine. Yeah.
yes, it's all right.
Just a
But yeah, so yeah, we're in a year of a new monarch. Just real quick, I mean, obviously we're Americans. Do you like follow the royal family? Like, I don't really follow them that close. Like, I think they're interesting.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't. Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Queen Elizabeth. Of course I know who Queen Elizabeth is. I think she was awesome, man. Anybody else in the royal family? I'm not too familiar with. Like,
yeah,
I know.
But like,
their names are Harry.
does your family like follow it?
I
Or
can
no?
no, yeah.
Like, because I do think like there are some like Americans who like follow the royal family.
No, I mean
And,
I can't say,
they get like serious about it.
Really?
In like
follow, like describe follow, like in what aspect?
like they're like interested in it, and they're like they watch the
oh,
weddings
so not
and
not
like,
so much
stuff,
like well, this is the Queen's rules, so this is what I'm going to do. Like not implementing
I guess not like that, but like
just following
they like
okay, I know what
they
you're
like
saying.
look up to them as like I guess you would
Well, they're royalty,
in England.
Yeah. I mean,
because like their role is like ceremonial at this point.
Yeah,
in
just
history, like they don't
basically,
really like
aesthetic-
wield power.
aesthetic leaders, yeah.
Yeah, they're like
exactly.
symbols. They're
Yeah,
symbols,
yeah.
right? Yeah. So,
And that's why.
but yeah, I've like met people who are like really like into the royal family. I mean, I'm not
Really?
really like I think it's interesting. Like I watch The Crown, but like
But you're not gonna like delve into weeks and weeks worth.
yeah,
of
like I'm not gonna be
research
like
on,
I don't know, like
Well, I saw a video of Queen Elizabeth cutting a cake.
oh yeah, the
Setting
one
a
where
sword.
she's like, all right,
I'm done.
she's like get someone else to come do
Yeah,
it.
that was cool, man.
No,
She's
like
got
there were like some moments that she was like funny. Like, do you remember the 2000? Maybe I don't know if it was the 2012 Olympics, but the London Summer Olympics or something. And they got Daniel Craig to play James Bond, and they filmed a sequence with her.
Yeah,
He comes
yeah.
in and she's like, "Hello, Mr. Bond."
Yeah.
And like they get in like they shoot a scene where they're in a helicopter, and she like jumps out.
Yeah.
And then, like, they had someone dress up like her and parachute in to the stadium. like, and then, like, she comes out wearing the same dress she was wearing in the video.
Yeah, no.
So it, like, looks like, she
see,
was,
stuff like that.
Like, that's pretty,
yeah,
that's
like
pretty
that,
funny.
to me,
like,
that immortalizes her, man. Like, stuff
Yeah.
like that, it just was all more so shocking when we got
yeah,
this
because,
news
like,
she passed
I
away.
get a little bit, I don't know, like, sometimes, like, I don't know. I feel like the some of the elitism of like royalty can kind of get on my nerves, and I kind of roll my eyes.
Oh,
but like,
sure,
when
man.
they do stuff like that, I'm kind of like, all right, that's cool.
yeah,
like I like when people can like laugh at themselves and
like she
be
was,
like fun, you know?
No, man, for sure, man, for sure. Yeah,
So-
she definitely will be missed. That's
Yeah,
for sure,
I mean,
man,
it
that's
is
for
a
sure.
kind of a marking, like end of the era for the British
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, man. Well, that's like how as Americans over here, we're all talking about it. I couldn't imagine like right now over there. It's probably.
But I guess like
crazy.
what I'm like trying to get at, like, do you think like Americans sometimes are like, I mean, we fought a war so we didn't have to have a king, but like, do you think we get like some of these people who get into like the royalty? It's like they like kind of wish.
They wish.
Yeah, like we had like
Probably,
the
yeah.
ceremonial thing, like
probably, man. Because people probably look at that. They look at that as like class and
Or maybe because it's like so weird to us as Americans.
Well, yeah, like,
it's just like
I couldn't imagine having a king or a queen.
Yeah,
like,
like,
even Queen Elizabeth, like growing up, I just never like I couldn't fathom it too much because I was like, man, like they have a queen, like that's cool, like we just have politics and presidents. Like when I was a kid, I didn't know.
We don't have an equivalent.
To a
Like
queen,
there is no equivalent.
no,
like,
I mean
to how they're like.
that's what I'm saying. Like
yeah.
it's just so cool. It's like I've never and like she was like you like fantasy stories, all this fictional like kings and queens.
I mean, like maybe whoever like the spouse of the president. That's like the closest thing we like a
yeah.
ceremonial like figure.
royalty, like.
But even that is not like an equivalent.
I think Betty White was our equivalent.
Betty White was our queen?
She was our American queen, man.
Some people say the Kardashians are the American royal family.
I would not say that.
No, okay.
I would not
All
say
right,
that.
all
I'd say the Tanners were the
Tanner
American.
from
no,
Full House.
Full House.
The Full House family.
The Tanners were the royal family in my book.
Yeah?
In the United
Okay.
States.
All right. Not the Wilson family from Family Matters.
Hold on.
You got
The
a lot of
Winslow
you got a
family?
lot of sitcom families. What if we do like Game of Thrones, but with like 80s, 90s sitcom families?
Game of Thrones, but everybody's Carl Winslow.
Yeah.
He's a dragon.
He's Robert Baratheon.
He's everybody. He's the titles.
And then like Urkel is Daenerys Targaryen.
Urkel. Queen Urkel. That'd be a day. Nah, man, but I'm really excited for the show. I've been excited, been eager to get this one out there.
Yeah, it's good because I think especially now that we have things like figured out.
Yeah, for sure. Like you were saying, we got a whole kind of a format change going on. Like the viewer, the listener won't be able to tell, but we could definitely tell.
But yeah, we're planning some stuff that we're not ready to announce yet. But
no,
guys, we're getting ready to grow this podcast and try to take it seriously. But in the end, this is for fun. We're having fun.
Yep.
This is what It's
for
not.
Sure. This is something we've been wanting to do for a long time individually.
Well, it is something that I've been wanting to do.
Right?
I was actually just saying this to you. Yeah, man. Like, I'm really happy.
Yeah, no, man.
Like,
this is great.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do a podcast. I'm a big podcast listener, so I was
avid podcast listener, man.
So,
since I've known you, like you'd have your one of your like AirPods in, and I'm like, what do you listen to? What song? And you're like, oh, no, it's a podcast.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, okay, that's cool, man. That's cool.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Well, no, not weird. You actually got me. Like, I would listen to some like filmmaking podcasts, animation podcasts, and I was like, man, like Joe's got the right idea.
Maybe this Joe kid is onto something.
I think Joe saw the original, and then that's how this podcast just like blew up, just like the Big Bang.
Exactly.
The original Big Bang.
So, Mike, before we delve into our main nostalgia topic, I wanted to see, what do you think of Italian chain restaurants?
Italian chain restaurants. Ooh.
Yeah.
I think they are harshly criticized by the Italian community. I feel every Italian community, being that, like, say, this is one county, this is another county, and in this county there's a restaurant, in that county there's a restaurant. I feel like every Italian American community hates, are we allowed to say the name? Can I say the name of a chain?
I feel like we can, right?
Yeah, it's informative. We're not, this is like, I don't know, it's public.
Yeah, we can cut it out if we don't want.
Yeah. I feel like a big point to what I'm saying is Olive Garden. I don't think
Olive Garden's going to be sponsoring us.
Yeah,
so like,
when you hear your family,
here's a breadstick.
It's a breadstick.
Now, okay, so let me get started. I'm going to tell you, I'm one of those Italians. I don't like Olive Garden, and I really hated when my friends made me go there for a little stint.
Right there with
Right after we graduated high school, they used to make me go there.
Right there with
and I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
Now, did you mention how your Italian grandparents make better food, but never? No, just.
I was just not happy. I was like, why?
I agree.
We live in the Northeast of the United States.
Okay.
So there's no reason for us to go to Olive Garden. We have plenty of real Italian restaurants.
Yeah,
so,
home.
Mike, I really do not believe that like these chains should exist anywhere in the United States, like except for like the Midwest,
Virginia, yeah,
like the Midwest, and like places where Italians didn't settle. That's fine.
I agree with you, man.
Like, go ahead. You can have Domino's Pizza if you're in Nebraska, where like no Italians ever immigrated.
Right.
I get that, but like. Yeah, I would
have an Olive Garden in South Philadelphia.
I would have friends like order Domino's for like parties. I'm like, why are we getting Domino's right now? Like,
out of everything,
we're in the Philadelphia metropolitan area. Why do we need to get Domino's?
That's a great point.
We have access to real pizza.
Yeah, that's a great point. You got to think how many times wasted like getting something like Domino's.
I'm not saying Domino's is like terrible. I'm
just
saying I'm gonna.
But you're saying
there's a mom and pop pizza shop over Domino's every time.
Mom and pop is better all the time. It's there's not a lot of machinery going on. There's not a lot of computers. You know what I mean? It's just hands and dough, and that's what I like about it, man. I feel like there's not. Would you say there are a plentiful amount of Italian chain restaurants?
I would say so.
You would say so?
Yes.
Give me a couple, like
Bertucci's.
Oh my God, that is really
Olive Garden, Domino's, Papa John's, Pizza Hut. Maggiano's. Although I'm gonna say, I like Maggiano's.
I agree with you.
I like Maggiano. I think they do it actually. I think they actually do it right.
No, they
so
do.
I do give my blessing to Maggiano's.
The Brunos.
The Brunos.
The Bruno Brothers.
Well, they're not a restaurant.
No. Yeah, I guess you could.
They're just a store.
Yeah, and they be mom and pop anyway, right? That's probably like.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't want to be hating on Olive Garden too much, but I gotta hate on Olive Garden, man. I think it is not meant to be around here. Like when I'm in Philadelphia and I see Olive Garden.
But you agree? You agree with me? You agree with me?
It doesn't make sense.
Olive Garden, Nebraska, beautiful.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, it's
ahead.
great. Minnesota, cool.
Yeah.
Watch
I think there might. I don't know. Minneapolis. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a little Italy there. So maybe not even. Maybe not even Minneapolis. I don't know.
Maybe we could start one.
What? A
Just
little Italy in Minneapolis.
It's just like
all right, guys.
scrap this episode. Let's just go to Minneapolis right now.
All right, guys. Highly Original Podcast is moving to Minneapolis.
We're gonna start a little Italy over there.
We're just gonna do it.
Let's just do it right now.
Be like, hey, you're Italian now.
That's it.
This whole block is Italian.
This is Italian.
Anybody asks, your name is Alberto Fettuccini.
Alberto Fettuccini wants to see you about the papers.
That was a bad joke. I could have come up with something better.
Nah, Alberto Fettuccini. Come on, I'm gonna name my child. My firstborn son's gonna be named Alberto Fettuccini Ianieri.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And then my first wife's gonna probably be like, Mike, leave the hospital.
I'm divorcing you.
Yeah, I'm divorcing you. And then she'll name the kid Alberto Fettuccini, and then it would have been, I'd have been like, why'd you do that? And she would have been like, well, yeah, you didn't spell it right. And I'd have been like, okay. No, but I don't know, man, because I don't try too many Italian chain restaurants.
Buca di Beppo.
I've never been there.
They do a good job.
Although I will say that sounds like a cartoon Italian mouse.
Oh, well, it kind of is.
Buca di Beppo.
Well, Peppino the Italian Mouse.
Right,
by Lou Monzi.
Peppino Giangappa, Peppino Giurigilla, Mavata Scumbari. I love that song, Peppino.
Yeah.
I love that song. I didn't mean to start saying parts of that song.
No, it's
Lou Monti is.
Lou
He
Monti.
is. Do you like Pasquale, the Italian cat?
I don't know that one, man.
Ooh, it's a good one.
I know Lazy Mary.
Lazy Mary, yeah.
Me and my great uncle once performed that at Easter.
Oh yeah.
I played the bass guitar and he played the guitar.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
I think we did. We did that and I think we did Ring of Fire.
Calypso.
By like Johnny Cash.
Ring of Fire. Yeah. Here's Lou Monti, followed by Ring of Fire.
By Ring of Fire.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
That's cool, though. Lou Monti is definitely that guy. What was it called? Buca di Pepe?
Yeah.
I never been there. Nah. Was it good?
What's that?
Was it any good?
It's good, but to be honest, it's like a little bit like it's like fake Italian stuff.
Yeah.
Like, so it's a bunch of like pictures of like stereotypical things.
Yeah,
and
like,
it's just like
an olive vineyard.
Or no, it's like actually like images of like.
Really? Like what?
They have like a special room you can rent out called the Pope Room, and it's just
the
like
Pope Room.
It's just
I think I've been.
It's just
to
like filled with like.
I think at a Carrabba's I've been to. There was a Pope Room.
They have a Pope Room.
Yeah, there's this like statue of Pope who like watches you eat.
Yeah, and it's just like,
are we eating with the Pope? Like, did we pay for this?
Hey, like, I love when I go to a mom and pop shop Italian restaurant. They got a picture of the Pope on the wall. They got a picture of Padre Pio on the wall.
Of course.
I like because it's real. Because it's real.
Right.
I don't want some corporation doing like a Pope room.
I know.
Yeah,
like Chuck E. Cheese, like with the Pope. Like, I don't want no animatronic Pope singing to me.
Yeah, like
with like lifeless eyes.
I'm like, this feels. I feel like you're kind of just like being a.
Yeah, that would be like that would basically be an Italian Chuck E. Cheese if there was like a Pope room that's like that, like how just like franchised out to be like this like animatronic show.
It's like don't be don't commercialialize.
Yeah, don't commercialize like traditional.
Yeah,
like what I mean, like that. Like that. I can't really give a good.
But seriously, if I go to like an Italian restaurant that's just like a family-owned restaurant, they got like images of
that's
the Virgin Mary.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, I think this place is gonna be good. They're like they're real deal.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
They got a couple Saint candles over there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, same thing when you go to like a Mexican restaurant. They got like a They got like Guadalupe and like St. Jude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're like, all right.
Man,
It makes it feel like authentic.
This isn't a stale corporation. Yeah,
but like, you know, if I go into like, I don't know, I don't want to be going to a stale corporation.
Yeah,
exactly.
like just some place that has like fake brick walls. I just think I described our studio honestly. Ooh. Very Italian, very gaudy, very fake brick wall.
But they look real.
They look and feel real.
Honestly, I thought they were real bricks when I first came down here. And I remember when I like touched the wall, I was like, wow.
Well, those bricks are hollow, Mike.
I was like, wow.
Yeah, Joe, that's plywood. Yeah, nah, but
like this.
I'm trying to think of an example.
I think
like
this all might just be a big scam.
This whole studio's a scam, actually.
Yeah.
We're actually not even in this. These aren't even microphones, Joe. These are.
Mike's just been tricking me.
This is all mirage. What do you call it? This is all hallucination.
It's all just an elaborate scam.
This is all highly original scams, highly original podcasts.
Highly original Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, there you go. The highly original pyramid scheme is back with episode 5.
So guys, that's right. If you sell this podcast to 2 of your friends and then they sell
Right.
Yeah.
No, Joe, keep going. I want to hear it. No.
I don't know.
I like it. Yeah, but Italian. I mean, I don't think we could talk too much about that, man. Italian chain restaurants, because we both have the same opinion. Like, yeah, if it's in a place that has a good mom and pop Italian restaurant, I don't want to go to this chain, monopolized Italian restaurant.
No,
it's all the
same.
It's
a little I'm gonna say it's a little bit insulting.
Okay.
I think there's a little bit.
Now, do you think like people that are born?
I don't think they mean it. But I think that it's a little insulting.
For people that did not grow up, say, with not just Italian American family, but like we have Italian, like most of my family from off the boat, like Italy. So yeah. I wonder if people that don't have that, like they'll go to these restaurants that we may not like, and they're like, man, this Italian food's banging, and like, you know what I mean, like.
I mean, probably.
I feel like there are, man.
I think that's one of my friends liked Olive Garden.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, and I've been to Olive Garden with a friend once, I think, with some friends, and I was like, I had to let them know.
Although some of those friends are Italian, so
they like it.
I don't know. I mean,
how Italian on the Italian rating charts?
I mean, I'm
cynical. Do they?
Well, I'm just like I might need to talk to them about this and be like, hey, why were you cool with us going to Olive Garden?
That's. You know, Joe.
Why don't you say anything?
We got to get a microphone on that when you do that. Back to that. We'll make sure.
Put a wire.
We're gonna put you like We're gonna wire you up.
Yeah.
And it's great because I got to mention Joe every time he's in the studio. I mean, no one's seeing us, yet Joe always dresses to impress, man. He's got a really awesome Italia tracksuit on right now. It's awesome, man. May I say, like, you are the finest dressed Italian gentleman I've seen in a long time, Joe.
Really?
Yeah, I will say. Joe does not fail to impress with his outfits. And I will say, every time I see Joe with, like, every time he come down here, I'm so jealous, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to get that, because that'd be, like, corny. We both had matching outfits, but I'm like, damn. So maybe I'll beat you to the punch, and I'll get, like, a Rocky Balboa tracksuit.
I come next time, like, Mike's got the same tracksuit.
Same tracksuit, yeah. Just like, Joe, look, I'm original. Highly original.
Just like you. Yeah. Highly original. I really like this tracksuit.
Joe's like, little guy.
I guess I'll say it. It's from Hardcore Italians.
Okay, I figured that's where you get a lot of your good stuff, man. Because you have some one-of-a-kind gear, man.
I think this is my first purchase from them directly. Of my knowledge.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's a great tracksuit.
Yeah, no, it's nice. Man.
I recently discovered the tracksuit.
Really?
Not discovered, but started wearing them.
Yeah, right. And I think my first time wearing tracksuits was probably
I have 2 of them now.
2 tracksuits. I lost mine. I had like a black.
Kind of reminds me of this one time, Mike. I went to the store because I was like looking to buy Ben & Jerry's cannoli ice cream, and I catch myself in the reflection of the fridge, and I'm in an Italy T-shirt. My chain might be out. I don't know.
It was out.
And I'm holding cannoli ice cream. And I'm just like, what are you? Like, what are you?
Was it like the scene in the Hawk from 2003 when he's in the mirror?
Just like, what are you doing? What are you doing right now? Like,
did your reflection?
Like, are you being like serious right now? Like, it's just like, are you really
buying cannoli?
Yeah, like this is like.
I've had someone say to somebody, like a friend of mine, I met their girlfriend, and I was like, hey, how you doing? Talking all this stuff. Very brief introduction, and I think all she got from what we said was, she told my friend, she was like, that was the most Italian guy I ever met in my life. And he told me that, and I was like, do you want a cookie? Like, what do you want me to do? Like, wag my tail? Like, thanks. I'm Italian. Like, nah, all right.
Wait, she said this to you?
No, she said this to her boyfriend. It was a friend of mine's ex-girlfriend at the time. She was like, yeah, he's the most Italian guy I ever met. And, like, this is back when I had my hair short, and it was always slicked back. Not short, but it was shorter. Joe was back when I looked like I...
Do I remember that?
You probably remember me
I
like
don't know.
that.
I feel like you...
I've always looked the same, right?
About.
Did I always look like not a bad, but I always look like an extra, I'd say, in, like, a mafia movie that never got made. Because that's what I pick up.
Are we talking
people
about
put
a
stuff
Vendetti
down.
story?
No,
I'm sorry. Sorry, throw a little shade there.
I don't know. They're the Vendetti story. You guys know about that soon.
All right.
I know about that soon. Yeah.
All right.
I know about that soon.
Yeah, so I was actually like kind of going off what you're saying there with like someone was like, you know, like saying, oh, you're the most Italian person I've ever met. But like what I was saying with like the stereotype thing, that looking at myself. So I was actually down the shore. I was it was like one morning, like me and my buddy Nick, he's also Italian American. We were both wearing like tank tops in the morning, and we were just like, I don't know. His girlfriend was just like, look at them right now, like just like look like what do they do like because we're just both like just in tank tops. Like,
I can't get over.
At one point, I just like I look at my one friend, Kara, and I like have my like chains on. I'm just like, what about me is stereotypical right now?
Yeah,
and I'm like
I can't get over that vision now of you dressed up. What would you have in a shirt with Italy on it? You're holding.
Oh, in the grocery store.
Yeah, that's an image I'll never get out of my head.
No, yeah.
For as long as I live. Joe contemplating with himself, why am I buying this cannoli ice cream dressed up like this? Why?
It was a little existential.
It's okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's warranted. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But yeah, so enough with that.
I think we could talk about Joe buying cannoli ice cream all day.
Yeah, so we wanted to move into our next topic, which is The Dark Knight.
Dark Knight, man.
2008.
Joe,
I saw
at the beginning of this thing. You made a statement. You got to own up to it.
I did. I said it.
Got to own up to it, buddy.
My opinion, the greatest superhero film ever made. That is my opinion. I remember seeing that in theaters in New Jersey.
Okay.
A little shout out to your home state.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
South Jersey.
South Jersey.
South Jersey.
No,
specific. But yeah, I did watch that in theaters, and I just remember I think twice, 2 nights in a row actually, and I was
you saw it twice
I was just in awe.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's a great movie. I'm not taking anything away from that movie.
Yeah. So for those of you, I guess we should probably give a little
you got because there's
synopsis
definitely
of these
someone who's probably like, The Dark Knight.
So The Dark Knight
That
was
terrible.
the 2008 Bat movie, directed by Christopher Nolan.
Batman movie.
What did I say?
Bat movie.
Did I say Bat
You
movie?
said Bat movie,
Ooh.
Joe. Well, you know what?
Yikes! All right, Batman movie.
Batman movie. Come on, Joseph. Nah.
Yeah, and in it's like it's the second one in the Christopher Nolan trilogy. So Batman's kind of like knows what he's doing by then.
Right.
And he's takes on the Joker, played by Heath Ledger. Which, come on, man, you got to admit that is one of the greatest cinematic performances.
Oh, for sure, man, for sure.
All right,
I will say, and I'm not taking any. Like, please don't think I don't think that's one of the greatest superhero films of all time. I just will not say it is the greatest superhero film of all time. All right,
can I say like why? Like, well, because you got the acting, but something I like about The Dark Knight is that it is. I feel like a lot of it, with maybe exception of some of the technology that's used in it,
right?
It's like this could happen. That's what I liked about this one. Because with like the Hulk, Iron Man, Superman, that's more like science fiction. But like you could think some terrorists could dress up like a clown,
of course, yeah,
and terrorize a city. And there could be some guy who like goes out at night as a vigilante. So that's what I liked about it. Because like I feel like part of this movie is like a crime film,
right?
But you also got, you got elements that are yeah, like I feel like it's a well-rounded film. You got the superhero element, you got like the crime element, you know, because like some of the villains he's taking on is just like organized crime too. Like it's like really it just is. Crime. It's just supposed to be organized crime.
What was one of the names? Oh my god, like
Falcone.
Falcone, yeah, Falcone. That's the name I'll never forget.
What is it? Is it Falcone or is it like who's the other one? There's like two of them. Just Falcone and.
That's alright. We'll get back to. We can think about Italian names all day.
I don't know.
Salvatore Maroni.
Maroni. There we go. Yeah.
Just how to say Sal.
All right.
All you gotta do. Nah, man. So, Salvatore Maroni.
Yeah.
Organized crime, Batman.
But like no, but what I liked is like the element of like some of the villains in are just like regular gangsters too.
Right.
Like it's not like he's taking on some guy who's like can turn himself into fire.
Right.
You know, like I like that element about Batman.
And
this iteration of Batman.
Right. Do you think that the new Batman film? Do you think that they are going to?
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it? All right,
no.
I'm not going to ask this question because it just has to do with organized crime, and I'm not going to. Never mind.
I'll wait till you see this movie. Colin Farrell plays the Penguin in that, right?
Dude, I just got to say that
I'm a big
awesome,
fan of his.
I don't want to talk much about it, but I will say,
how's his performance? Because I'm a big fan of that actor.
I could watch a mafia film based off of his Penguin.
Really?
Yeah, it was
like that. Was he like cartoonish?
No,
he was just like
he was like real deal. Like if the Penguin existed, this was the Penguin. Okay. In my eyes, yeah. Not like Danny DeVito's Penguin. Like was humorously.
Yeah, he was more like comic book.
Yeah, this is more like. Yeah, this is more like wow. Like this is actual.
More like a guy like
this could be real. Exist. Yeah, this guy is not right in the head. This guy's scary. So I will say,
cool. I should get around to seeing it.
Yeah, I will say, if you like the organized crime aspect, you know, the Dark Knight, then you will love the organized crime aspect in the Batman.
But yeah, I mean, so I guess like what I don't know. What about it? Would you like kind of go against it being the greatest superhero film?
Well, I feel
like it's not Spider-Man.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's not Spider-Man, the original Sam Raimi Spider-Man. I think 2001, 2002.
I think it came out.
Yeah, that's my favorite superhero movie of all time. So, you know, my opinion, I will disagree on you with you saying that Dark Knight is the best superhero movie of all time. I think Spider-Man is, but I will say Dark Knight is one of the best superhero movies of all time. I love all the acting in it. I love the story. Heath Ledger's performance. I mean, I don't want to sound like everybody else.
He won the Oscar.
Psycho, and you know what's crazy? He didn't even get to see that he won.
Yeah.
Like that, and that's
as those of you might not know, he passed away. I think before it premiered. Which is terrible because he really phenomenal. Like it's unbelievable. And like, do you know that a lot of things in that movie he like improv'd?
Yeah, no, a lot.
Like,
and
like apparently, when the character Rachel like first sees him at the party and he's like walking around, she actually is cringing out of legit fear,
right?
Because she like that was the first time she saw him without makeup.
Yeah, man.
Or like with the makeup on and stuff.
With it. Well, that was a crazy scene.
Yeah, that scene. Yeah, that is like phenomenal. Well, we are tonight's entertainment.
Yeah,
and he's comes in. He's like. And he's like drinks a martini and like spits it out.
Well, think about this. Like, you know how he's always like licking his like lips, like scars. I love that, right?
And that was an element I think that Heath Ledger
just
incorporated.
Yeah.
I think because something with the makeup. Like,
was it because of that?
He had to do that because of like the prosthetics, and then it just like added to the character.
Yeah,
like
him being so like God, like evil. Yeah. Like look at him. He's like.
Now, what's your theory with the scars thing?
I don't know, man.
So I have a good theory.
Let me hear yours.
So like he tells in the movie, he tells two different people two different stories. One that he got the scars from his abusive father,
right?
And then the other one he did to cheer up his wife because she was disfigured by like loan sharks or something, something like that. Yeah. I think it's a metaphor. Both of those things happened. Like, he had an abusive father. He had a wife who left him. And, like, all of it broke his mind, and then when he became the Joker, he did it to himself. So he's kind of saying like these things gave him the scars in like
that's a good way
like a metaphorical sense.
Because I never believed it was like him trying to cheer up his wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's like
so
pretty insane.
Or for the father part would make sense, but I just feel like I don't know. Was that something in the comics? Like I mean. I think in the comics he's like a comedian. He's actually a stand-up comedian who falls in acid or something. Yeah, so I mean... So yeah, they like did a different thing from... Yeah, I don't know, man. Obviously did a different departure there. But... what's... I guess like... Before we wrap this up, because I think The Dark Knight, one of the reasons, and this is by no means do I mean any offense to any of the other people who contributed to the film. I mean, you got Michael Caine, Morgan Freeman. Oh man, yeah. Talented group of people.
Yeah, like Christian Bale, Maggie Gyllenhaal. I list the whole guys. I think Hans Zimmer did the score.
Hans Zimmer. Yeah,
I mean, it's Christopher Nolan's directed. Like, it's a fantastic film. Yeah. But Heath Ledger's performance, I think, really like brought that thing together.
No, for sure.
So, like, what's your favorite moment of the Joker? Because, like, all right, I'm about to nerd out even more. Like, I think the brilliance of that that performance is like he's doing like crazy, awful things, but he's doing it like with a humor. Yeah, so you're like entertained, but you're also like, oh my god, this is terrible. Like I'll quote this one all the time. Like when he walks into Harvey Dent, who's like the DA, the district attorney for Gotham City or something, and he's been disfigured in an attack by the Joker, and like he's like in the hospital bed, he's like tied up. Yeah, and the Joker comes in dressed as a nurse, takes his mask off, is just like, hi. Yeah. He's just, like it's so funny. Like, but it's like so he just like he had literally just almost killed this guy and killed his like fiance, yeah. And like he's just like so awkwardly it's like his performance is just like so genius.
Is that your favorite part, or is the part a little bit after when he walks out the house?
I think the high is my because it's just like hi.
Yeah, it's just like
he's just like ooh.
Yeah, awkward. Was that improv? That had to be improv.
I don't know if that was improv. The clapping scene was improv when he's like creepily clapping when Gordon gets promoted to commissioner, and he's just like.
I love the scene.
That was improv. Like so, all those guys just looking at him like that is improv.
When he
But what you're talking about is when he blows up the hospital.
Well, no, I was going to say
that was improv.
Yeah,
because the explosives didn't detonate on time.
Yeah, and he's like looking back.
So he just started like hitting the switch real quick.
When he burns all that money in front of all these organized crime leaders. Yeah, that was crazy to me because he was just like. That's the Joker, man. Like the Joker.
But that was like a cool scene too, because like I think it's like the Russian mob that's like there or something, and like that's when like the Russian mob had been like pro. So all the organized crime basically in the movie, Batman's like destroying them. So the Joker approaches them and is like, ally with me, and I'm gonna bring him down. I'm gonna kill him. So like some of the organized crime families are like, nah, this guy's crazy. But eventually, like the Joker is able to convince like the majority of them after he like does the pencil trick on on the one guy from the one family.
Pencil trick.
But yeah, like the Russian guy was like pro letting him lose, and it's like at that moment he realizes like, oh man, like this guy,
it's like nuts.
This guy's gonna destroy me too. Like
he's
like he can't be controlled.
Well, I like that. I like the initial like.
Because Harvey Dent says later, he's like, the Joker's just a mad dog that they let off the leash.
Yeah,
like it's like
essentially, yeah, he is. I mean, before the money burning scene, when he goes into this room, that was crazy. When
he's like, let's see how loyal a hungry dog is to his master.
And they had like the German Shepherds on.
They're like Rottweilers that the guy had. Yeah, that.
Well, when he makes his like first initial presence known with organized crime, is that when they're having that sit down, kind of like barges? And dude, I will say. The most chills I get from that film is when he walks out of the door. When he backs out of the door and he has his jacket open and you see all these like freaking explosives and like he just like looks at everybody and he just moves to the side and he's just out of frame.
But I love the line he has right before that, where like the guy's like, "You think you can come in here and steal from us?" And he's just like, "Yeah." He's like holding the grenade.
Yeah,
like
that's why it's so sad, man. I mean, it's so sad that Heath Ledger, person, obviously, is not here no more.
And honestly,
it's sad that he can't reprise that role.
But it's like, but also it kind of makes you say like, what a brilliant actor, and that was really just like. It wasn't his first big role, but like, I think after that role, if he was still around, he could have gone on to like do.
Because you're not getting typecasted as a Joker, you have makeup prosthetics on it. It's not like James Gandolfini.
But he already had established himself as being able to do.
Yeah, no, he was a versatile actor.
Like he had been like dramas, like teen comedies, and like. The one comedy I've seen parts of it, Knight's Tale. Have you ever seen that?
I didn't see that. No.
That's pretty funny. It's like a.
Was he funny?
It's like medieval, but like they use like modern music and like kind of modern slang.
Really?
Was still the Middle Ages?
Was he funny as an actor, like in comedy films? I've never seen.
From what I saw of the Knight's Tale, yeah, I think
he was. I imagine he'd be hilarious.
I didn't see the whole movie, but I did enjoy it.
The Joker was hilarious. Maybe that's what's my sense of humor.
But I think it was like it's just a brilliant performance.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. I do see a lot of hate though, surprisingly, on The Dark Knight. They say, "Oh, people only love that movie because of all the tragedy with Heath Ledger," and then I'm just like.
Nah,
man, what an armchair critic are you? Like,
I disagree with that.
Yeah, I think that is wholeheartedly.
That is a phenomenally done. The cinematography is beautiful.
Oh man, I love when he's hanging upside down, and the camera, like you don't even realize the camera is like right side up, and it's just cool, man. Like from somebody who strives to be a filmmaker.
Yeah,
I will say the cinematography, the director of photography on that film. Did a fantastic job. I love that. I like when he's like, hit me, and he's like sitting there.
Oh yeah. Like there's so many great moments.
That was crazy. I was like, and I knew Batman wasn't going to hit him because Batman's so anti-murder.
Against his code.
Yes, he's anti-murder.
But that's like part of what the Joker's trying to do. He's trying to like
get him to kill him. Yeah.
His whole mission in that movie is like to basically prove that morality is real. He's like a nihilist. Like that's kind of his motivation.
I will say, let me ask you this question real quick. Who do you think would win in like a battle of uprisings? If Bane had acquired like 200 people and he said, "All right, this is what we're gonna do," and then if the Joker acquired like 200 people and they both had their own little army kind of, and they were who do you think would be the superior villain, the superior leader?
I don't know.
I think Joker. I think Joker's like Bane is another character that is like
as far as like being able to kill each other or like actually
leading 200 people.
Well, like
into, like a war with each other.
I don't know. I feel like the Joker doesn't need 200 people. Like that was like his thing.
Yeah,
like,
so
just you see in the movie he'll like kill his own minions when they no longer.
That was another. Yeah,
remember like there's one part where he like the guy driving the truck doesn't he like. Does he kick? Or no, it's like I don't think he kicks him out of the truck, but like
the bus driver, he like shoots or something like that, and then drives away by himself.
Yeah, no, the heist in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, that was because I didn't know the Joker was there.
At the end, he's like, no, I killed the bus driver. Yeah, and the bus just like battles over this guy.
That was such. I mean, that felt real because. I'd imagine with crime like that, man, you don't trust the soul. And that to me, seeing that, like, all these people just dying left and right by their own friends, like, that was crazy,
it was interesting, like, it was great. That's like another reason, that opening sequence, man, that I think supports the, it being the greatest superhero.
Like, I'm not going to say it's not one of the best, but like I said, man, I just feel like there's a few that are better, in my opinion. A few that are a little better.
Other than Spider-Man, what?
Spider-Man 2. Now,
but is that like just your favorite, or are you talking objectively?
Yeah, that is my favorite. I mean,
like that's.
Is this biased? Am I just?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I have a ground to stand on? No, I think Spider-Man did. I don't know, man. It just captured my attention much more than The Dark Knight did.
Well, I mean, okay, I will say Spider-Man was a groundbreaking superhero.
Yeah, I'm not saying it like that.
I feel like that was like the first like super action CGI superhero.
But even besides that, I feel like
It was a game
You
changer.
know,
It was a
Willem
game
Dafoe
changer.
was the Green Goblin. I just
Fantastic,
feel, I don't
fantastic.
I don't know, man. It's something where I watched A Dark Knight. I love it. It's crazy, like. But I don't know, man. I just feel like it gets a little bit. I don't know, man. I just feel like Spider-Man is very fast-paced. I just feel like, to me, that just makes it a little, I don't know, a little...
All right, you got a short attention span. That's great.
I had the attention span of a squirrel.
Yeah,
You know?
so that makes it about...
not
No,
good.
I'm just kidding. No, it is.
Not
There
good. He's not good.
there is
He's
an
not
argument
good.
for Spider-Man. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
deny
that's-
that to you.
It's hard making an argument when it's just an opinion, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So I don't want to argue as to why I think Spider-Man's superior. I'm just going to keep going, but...
So
just an opinion.
It's settled. The Dark Knight is the best superhero
Joe
film.
wins
So
because
our
he's more
next topic
intelligent.
is
That's it. Dyslexia over here. Dyslexia loses.
okay. so
No, it doesn't.
no. I mean, did you have anything else to say? I mean,
No, I mean, from that topic, that was, I mean, I had what I had to say,
Alright.
what I had to say.
All right, good.
So what I had to
We
say.
can wrap up with what was your first car?
My first car,
I just
my
want
first
to talk about
truck. I had
the first vehicle you had.
like that I owned.
I mean, if it was a car or a truck. I mean,
Yeah, but like that I actually owned, like it was mine.
that you mainly drive. I mean,
It was,
however you want to qualify it.
I mean, like the first car that I drove was like a 1994 like Ford Taurus, it's a piece of garbage. It was like
Don't talk bad about the Taurus, man.
Nah. This
My
Taurus
first car
not great.
was a 2003 Taurus.
2003, 1994, Joe. There's a big difference,
Wow.
buddy. I had a car that looked like Fred Flintstone. Like his feet would have to make this
No,
operate.
yeah.
Yeah, it was not pleasant
No,
getting
I
picked up
loved-
from school in a car with 4 different rims.
I loved my Taurus.
Really? See, mine looked like
My grandmother gave
a
it to
rusty
me.
blue. Really?
It was her
Really?
car. She hadn't driven it a lot because she was older, so she didn't drive it a lot. So it had like no miles,
Okay.
even though it was from 2003. And I remember like I was being like sarcastic because I like went over her house and she was like, "I got you a present for your birthday," and I was like, "Is it a car?" And then she's like, "Yes," and I was like, "Really?" Like,
Excited? Like really?
yeah, and like I knew I was like maybe I like low key kind of knew,
Yeah.
because like she wasn't gonna be driving much anymore.
Right.
But yeah, I got the Ford Taurus. It had the gear shift on the steering wheel,
Okay.
and that is something I'm gonna look for in the next car. I know that's
Yeah.
like not a thing anymore, but I loved
Yeah. Now look at
I loved the
knobs.
steering wheel gear shift that was
Yeah.
like kind of like yeah.
That's why I miss my truck, man. I miss
I
shifting
love
gears
that.
to my
It wasn't
steering wheel.
well. It wasn't like it was still automatic.
Right. No, I know.
But
what you're
yeah,
saying.
like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that.
Right. It wasn't
Yeah.
a paddle shifter, obviously.
What's
It was
paddle shifter?
wasn't like a sports car. Like you shift gears on the
Man,
steering wheel.
I really don't know a lot about cars. That
It's
is
okay,
news
Joe.
to me.
It's okay. I just
That's
put
a
in-
thing.
I just put an alternator in like 2 weeks ago in a car.
I don't know what
Or
that
2
means.
months
What
ago.
does that mean? I don't know what that means either.
Uh,
Starting to think I shouldn't have picked cars as a topic.
It means spaghetti and meatballs, Joe.
Okay.
That's what it means. No, it's a very hard part to put in a car. It's a lot of work. It's covered in grease.
Nice.
And yeah, I mean, not much has changed since then. I'm still covered in grease.
Okay. But you
I
look
just-
fantastic.
I look fantastic. Yeah,
Yeah.
I look fantastic. I look fantastic.
Well,
No, I mean,
tell me what that is. I don't like.
an alternator.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain. You put me on a spot over here, man. It alternates alternatives. You know. No, it's like
All right.
because my car, my battery, I thought was dying, but my alternator was bad. It's like the generator essentially to your battery or to your engine. So like
Mhm.
your battery starts your alternator, and then your alternator starts your engine essentially.
Okay.
So it's very to basically explain it. It's a very key piece in a car, and it requires taking some of your serpentine belt off. I take the cold air intake off mine to reach it. A lot of work. A lot of work.
Sounds like it.
Sounds like not a fun topic
All right.
because it was a very hot day.
Yeah.
Well for me it wasn't a fun topic. See, like when I work on cars with my grandfather, to kind of go back to some Italian cynicism, I just kind of get yelled at the whole time, even though I'm doing the right thing. So like I'll be doing something right,
Uh-huh.
and then I'll be told I'm doing something wrong. So yeah, it was not a fun day putting that alternator.
All right. Sorry I brought it up.
So you're bringing up bad memories. You're scaring me.
Do you have any good memories with your first car? No, you like that.
Oh, my first car, like my first actual vehicle I bought was
Okay, all right. Then let's use that one.
My first vehicle was a 01 Ram 1500. I had like a 1-inch lift on it.
Is that a truck?
Yeah, it's a big pickup truck, man. V8.
Do you still have it or not?
Nah, she was totaled in an accident a couple 8 months ago, I'd say.
Yeah.
Not my fault.
I lost the Taurus in an accident too. It was a sad day.
Yeah, no, it was a very sad day because it was like my truck was kind of one of a kind. Like it just looked like one of a kind. I did so much work to it. I put all new suspension on. I did a lot of work to it. Yeah, I put all new tires I had put on, but I did the front end alignment. I did the suspension I redid. I put like $3,000 in that truck literally a month before it got totaled. So yeah.
Ooh.
It was a great truck though, man. It was probably the funnest experience I ever had though, just driving that thing like for the first time. I loved it. So now I'm looking forward to getting another truck one day.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, my first car was definitely an embarrassing one. It was a '94 Ford Taurus. I will say it got me to A, to B, to C, to D, to every letter in the alphabet. It got me where I needed to go. And that I owe it a debt of gratitude. No, I hated that car, so I'm not going to have
Okay,
that. Screw that car!
All right.
It was excellent.
Oh, yeah. No, I love my car. I miss my car. I would buy another
You
2003 Ford Taurus if I could.
I will say, yeah,
But
they're easy to maintain and fix. Like, the older the car is, the way easier it is to fix. Like, now it's like you can work on a car. It's like opening up a computer and trying to fix a computer.
Yikes.
Yeah. Computer on 4 wheels with a transmission.
Speaking of cars, I feel like this episode is run out of gas.
Oh.
So, with
so.
that, I think, yeah. Are you ready to wrap up, man?
I think today was good, man. I think, covered a lot of topics. It was very informative
Yeah.
about our opinions about superhero movies.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I hope the audience can maybe hear a change. Like I said, we tried formatting things differently with our setup here.
Yes.
And,
No longer will you hear my laughter and scream. My screams just blurring out the entire episode. So
that is what the people want, though, Joe.
No, it's not.
It is.
Because
it is.
I was getting feedback that it's not what they wanted. So,
Joe, the highly original podcast today was great. It was highly original.
Was it highly original?
It was highly.
That's
at the end of the day, as long as it's highly original, that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
We did it. We did it.
It
was highly original.
We did.
It was highly original. That's what we're gonna do at every episode. We're just gonna make sure it was original. If it wasn't, we're gonna start over. We're gonna berate each other, and I think it's just original though.
No, yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Amazing.
Yeah, but I think it's time to wrap things up, man.
All right.
We're definitely out of gas now.
Yeah.
We're like breaking down on the highway.
So, all right, guys, take care. Like and subscribe as always, and
Long
keep
live the
supporting
Queen.
us, and we'll keep going.
Long live the Queen, baby.
All right, take care.
Hey guys, Mike here. Be sure to check us out every Saturday on Apple Podcasts and YouTube for the Highly Original Podcast.